Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking a page from two of my favorite YouTubers' books here. We're going to be following behind Miss Kinky Sweat and Miss Amber, and I'm going to be dipping into an oldie but a goodie. I'm going to be talking about the Mented Everyday Eyeshadow Palette. I do have a full review on this product with swatches and everything, but I do want to actually dip back into this and show you guys just how versatile it is, because I do feel like you can use it for eyeshadow, for blush, for contour, for highlighting, for all kinds of different parts of your makeup. And when I originally reviewed it, I only did a one eyeshadow look, and so I really want to show you guys what more of this palette can do and really show you the diversity you can get from just this one palette. So if you are interested in seeing this palette in action for the second time, then definitely stay tuned till after the intro. I just realized that my camera was not recording, so I apologize, but I am going to attempt to show you what I've already done on the eye, but I'm gonna go back through and let you know what I did. So using a fluffy brush, a fluffy yet tapered brush, I'm using the EB09. This is the kind of the fluffy brush here, and I went into this burgundy color, and I literally just very lightly with just the tip of the brush at the very edge of the brown blended it out and faded it out and just blew it out with this burgundy using a very light hand. This is a very pigmented color, so you definitely want to use a light hand and just a small amount on the brush. On the tip of the brush, tap tap, tip of the brush, tap tap, and then go in just making sure you keep your hand down so you can get that color the way you want it, because it's very easy to get this purple to go way too far up, especially if you go in like this. Try to tip that brush down and just kind of go in just like this, right above that brown. I'm so sorry that I didn't catch this on video. I apologize. But just right above that brown, and you're going to get this nice beautiful blowout effect, but it's using a purple, and that's what gives it this beautiful burgundy gradient and what I think changes the game. So you're just going to kind of just blend that out. I did it on both sides. You can see this side looks a little bit more concentrated because I went in a little bit too heavy-handed with the purple over here. So I blend that out just a little bit. These are very big pigmented shadows, seriously. Like, it does not take a lot. Be very light-handed so you can have the control to build versus doing like I did and putting way too much on there and having to concentrate on actually blending out versus applying. And then after I got that burgundy where I wanted it to, I went in with this brown with a tapered fluffy brush. And on the very edge, again, holding that brush down at the very edge of that purple, I'm applying this color here. And what this color is going to do is it actually, to me, first of all, ties the look together, but it still also blends out that burgundy color as well as applies a light color to that brow bone. So it kind of does multiple things at one time in one step, so it's quite efficient. But I feel like you could have stopped with just that burgundy, but this right here, I don't know what it is about this step, but to me it really does just finish everything up. Just lightly, just very light hand, very light application, fluffy tapered brush. Alright. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in just a little bit with this dark brown because I don't think I got it far enough in. I don't want it to be all the way in because I'm going to be applying a lighter color, but I don't know. There you go. Maybe that might be too far in, but just kind of bringing that down just a little bit more. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to apply concealer, and then I'll be back to finish off the rest of the face with just this palette. Okay guys, so I did go ahead and finish up a little bit of my eye look. I went ahead and applied a black eyeliner. I did tight line and added to my waterline, smoked it out just a little bit with the black eyeshadow. I did go ahead and add mascara, so we can go ahead and get that out of the way. And I did go ahead and clean it up a little bit with my concealer. And so we're going to finish up the face. So the first thing I'm going to do with a fluffy brush is I'm going to go into this light color. Just, whew, gotta be careful, y'all. Light tap, and I'm going to just apply that right underneath my eyes just to kind of bring a little bit of light to that area. This is like a light shimmery color. It does have a little bit of shimmer, but it's this pretty light peach that I think will just add a nice little bit of brightness to the under eye area here. Just very lightly applying it. I'm not going heavy-handed at all. Alright. And so then what I want to do is I want to go ahead and let's go ahead and do we want to finish off the eyes, or do we, let me go ahead and finish off the face. So I'm going to go in with this fluffy brush here. Now I'm going to attempt to bronze my face with this. Now again, this is a very pigmented palette, so you have to be careful. I want to go in with a warm tone. I think I'm going to go in with this this warm brown right here. Very lightly tip it. It's between that one or the one above it, but I want a little bit warmer than that top one. So I'm going in with this one just lightly. Whew, I'm using a fluffy brush and just lightly tapping. I mean lightly tapping. There's barely anything on the brush. Very light hand. Very light hand. I'm just applying this the way I would apply any other shade I was using to bring warmth to the face. And I really like using this brush because it's very fluffy, and that really helps with a very pigmented shadow. So again, I'm tapping back in there, but I am lightly. I mean, you keep hearing how many times I'm tapping this thing off, and then just same area, very lightly, like I'm holding it all the way at the end. Very lightly. It's a pretty color though, isn't it? You see that? Just kind of lightly going around where I would warm up the other areas of the face. I mean, whew, if you could see how lightly I'm tapping into the shadow. And just lightly, because these are some very pigmented shadows, which I love, but you just have to keep that in mind when using them. So just a very, very light hand, almost to the point where you don't think you have anything on the brush, because remember, you can always go in and add more. It's a little bit harder to take it away. Tap. And then just warming up this side. It's just so pretty. And again, same palette. I'm in the same Everyday EyeShadow palette, and I'm just doing all of my face with this. Just finishing up all that, hiding that little extra fluff there. There we go. There we go. It's very nice. Very nice. Maybe just a little bit more over here, just to even things out. Alright. Okay. Alright, so you see how that, look how pretty that is. Look how, that's so pretty. Alright. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the blush color. Now, to be completely honest, I would actually probably leave it right here where this is at, just simply because I do have a lot going on with the eye, and I know how pigmented these colors are, so I don't want to get too much going on, but I really do want to show you guys in this one just how versatile this palette is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go in, and I'm going to use that same brush that I used to apply the warmth all over the face. I'm going to use that same fluffy brush, and I'm going to lightly tap into the burgundy. And I mean, this is a very, like, I'm almost kind of like just rolling it into the purple, tapping it off. Now I'm trying to tell you, if you don't, this purple is intense, and if it's so easy to go overboard. So really guys, fluffy brush, light hand, barely any product on there. You may want to tap it off on the back of your hand just to be on the safe side, but then all I'm doing is taking that and stippling it on the cheek, just stippling it on, because again, I want a nice light hand. Easy to go overboard. That's probably a lot, but that's okay. I'm not even going back in here for this side over here. Stippling that. onto the cheek and swirling just to blend everything out and up. That's a lot. It's okay though. And what that will do though is it will tie everything together very nicely. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my powder brush and kind of help that out just a little. Okay, so I did go in with the fluffy brush that I used to set my all over face, and I did kind of just kind of pat that on this blush just to bring down the blush just a little bit. But I do love how this looks, and I love how it ties in with the eye look because we use that same burgundy. It ties in beautifully, but again, light. I know I keep saying it, and I know y'all like, girl, we get it, but I feel like it's imperative for me to tell you, because if not, you're gonna go in with the heavy hand and you're gonna get a little like, oh my goodness, what happened? So just trying to share, help y'all not make my mistakes, but a light hand. So I do have the blush going on. I think that looks so good, guys. Like that looks like a color I could actually blush from within, right? Like it looks like an actual melanin skin blush. I love it. Okay, so just bear with me. We are almost done. So now what I'm going to do, I do want to finish off this eye look. Now I have really small, I'm going to go in with a very small pencil brush here, and I'm going to dip into, let's dip into the brown, the very first brown we used to go all over our eye, and I'm going to very lightly, just going to add that to the outer portion of the lower lash line. Just kind of tying it all together. Not taking it too far in, just keeping it right here. I'm going to bring it up because I kind of cleaned up a bit too much with my concealer. Alright, we do the same thing. Alright, so now I'm going to go in, I'm kind of going back through with the brushes, so I do want to add a little bit of burgundy to that bottom as well as kind of fix this. I don't want it to get too low because I'm bad about that too. And when I blend it with the top, I'm just kind of feathering it out because I don't want to get a tight application, but I just want to just add it there, just slightly add it there, and really kind of flick it out when I get up here. Okay, not bad. Am I the only one who, when it comes to the finish, is where I have to put the most concentration? I mean, the whole entire eye I have to concentrate on, but for some reason, when it comes down to finishing an eye look, I have to really just, because I feel like I can easily take a look from like, good job, girl, to what were you thinking, so quickly. So it's just have to be very easy on the finish. Luckily this is turning out good, I think, so way to go, camera. Okay, just bringing that there. Okay, and so now my finished touch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with this fluffy brush that I used for that light color, go back in with that same light color, just light application of it, and just to keep everything tied, I'm just going to apply that around that same look, and then blending a little bit when I get up here just to make sure everything blends beautifully. And basically all I did was the exact same thing I did to the top, I did to the bottom. Alright, I'm going to come over here to this one. Really like that eye, guys. What do you guys think? Whew, that is pretty, ain't it? That is sexy. I love that look. That looks so good. Okay, so we are finishing the end. We're going to do the inner corner highlight, and then we are done. Alright, guys, stay with me. We are tying it up. We're rounding the corner. I can see the finish line. Okay, so I'm going in with a pencil brush, and I'm going to tap into that same color that I used to add just a little bit of highlight to this under eye area. I'm going to go in with this color and really tap it in there because I do want a nice concentration of it. And I'm going to apply that to the inner portion of the eye and just kind of use it to round this out. I like that. Going in with a little bit more. Just kind of finishing up the eye. Adding a little bit of lightness to that inner corner and just to the eye look overall, but not being too shiny. Now, I'll be honest with y'all, your girl don't mind a shiny inner corner. In fact, most of the time, I prefer it to be a nice blingy color because I'm normally pretty basic on the eye. But I feel like because this eye is so dark, I feel like using just this nice, it's got a little bit of shimmer, maybe sheen is a better word for it. but it's not overly glittery or sparkly, and I feel like that is just doing a beautiful job of tying this look together but still adding some highlights. So I'm really, really loving that, and I'm going to do the same thing. My gosh, guys, look at that. That looks so, so good. Okay, all right, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to go in with Mented number 5 and get something on these lips. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of my favorite gloss. This is the gloss in Baby Brown. Oh my, y'all. When I tell y'all this is my go-to look, this stays in the purse. I love this color. Even without lipstick on, I love this color. And I'm just going to add a little bit here. Just because I love the tone of this. Oh, Alright. Okay, guys, so here is the finished look. What do you guys, oh, guys. Does it look as good as I think it looks? Like, I ain't even trying to lie. Like, this looks, These eyes, just finishing off the face, this, So guys, this is what this Everyday Eyeshadow Palette can do. And to be fair, I didn't even touch on the shimmery colors right here. Oh God, I bet I'm blinding you guys. I did not even touch on these two shimmery colors right here. I did use this one when I did the original review as a one eyeshadow look, which is beautiful. But this is a beautiful color as well, especially on the lid or even as an inner corner highlight or as a color underneath that. Like, these are the pretty, they're so pretty, but they're very intense, very shimmery, very glittery, but I do love these colors. I did not touch those, but I feel like I did touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I did touch 5 colors. So 5 colors in here. I think we did pretty good here. But of course, this is a great palette, you guys. I hope you were able to see just how versatile this palette is. If you want me to do one more, I'm thinking about doing one more just because now that I'm looking at it, I do want to show you guys what these shimmers can do. So I might do just one more eyeshadow look with this palette because I feel like it is so versatile. It's only $28. It's a great price point. It's just a beautiful palette. Again, I won't go into it because I have a full review. Please don't forget to check that out after you watch this one. But I'm thinking about doing one more look with this palette, but here's the overall look. I hope you guys enjoy it. I think it turned out so pretty, so gorgeous. This is what you can do with just this Everyday Eyeshadow Palette in a little bit of time. So I hope this information helps someone else out there. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up, and while you're here on my channel, take a look around, see what else your girl has to offer, and if you're liking what you see, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.